Welcome back, Camille. At the moment, I'm transitioning from being a vegetarian to a vegan. I've been vegetarian for maybe like 5 months now. It's been pretty easy to stay vegan during the first few days after I get groceries, but it gets a lot harder the less I have to work with, and I love procrastinating a grocery trip. As of right now, I'm just kind of aiming to have a fully vegan day of eating here and there, you know, like every other day. I just think if I tried to go vegan all at once, I don't think it'd last very long. I don't think it'd be sustainable for me right now where I'm at. I'd say I'm eating vegan like 60% of the time right now though. So that's good, that's progress. But today is one of the days that I am aiming to not eat any animal products. I am pretty low on groceries at the moment. And honestly, I usually film these types of videos like the day after I restock my fridge and I have a ton of meals planned out, and I'm so excited to make all these like complex recipes that I've been planning. Today is not one of those days. I'm just making do with what I have, which I feel like is a more realistic look at what I eat day to day. I do a lot of improvising in the kitchen. I rarely have a recipe. I'm mostly just kind of winging it. If I do have a recipe, it's usually just kind of like inspiration in the back of my head. Like I'll see a TikTok and my brain will absorb as much of the information as it can, and then I go to the grocery store and get the ingredients that I remember seeing and then do my best with it. It's pretty rare that I'm following a recipe like beat by beat. And yeah, especially being that I don't have a ton of groceries right now, I really am just gonna be throwing together whatever I can. I thought it'd be really interesting to track my protein intake today. As someone who doesn't eat meat, that's one of the first things that people usually bring up is, well, how do you get enough protein? And I don't know, I'm pretty intuitive with it as well. I just make sure I have some kind of protein in every meal. But yeah, I haven't tracked my macros in a really long time, and I definitely haven't since I quit eating meat. So I'm really interested to see how much protein I'm actually getting. Let's start with cooking breakfast. I'd like to thank Live It Up for sponsoring today's video. So before I make breakfast, this is one of the small habits that I never skip. I mix a scoop of Live It Up super greens. It takes 10 seconds, but it makes such a difference. It helps with digestion. I feel way less bloated throughout the day, and I get this really natural, steady energy. No caffeine, no crash. And if you've tried green powders before and didn't like the taste, I totally get it. Most of them taste like blended grass. But this one's actually so smooth, no weird texture, no grassy aftertaste, and it's really gentle on the stomach. It's made with organic vegetables and loaded with over 20 superfoods, plus probiotics and digestive enzymes. It's all natural, no synthetic stuff, and it's totally vegan, gluten-free, soy-free, sugar-free, dairy-free, nut-free, and this isn't just a random blend. It's dietitian designed and tested for quality by a third party, which definitely sets it apart. You can get 15% off your first order, free shipping, and a 30-day money-back guarantee. Just use my code Cameron15 or scan the QR code here. So yeah, greens first, then breakfast. It's such an easy way to stack habits without overthinking it. Little things like that make a big difference. For me, it feels a lot easier to stick through my other healthy habits throughout the day when I started by loading up on my essential nutrients. It just puts my day on the right track. Thanks again to Live It Up for sponsoring today's video. For breakfast, beans. Let's see how much protein these have. 6 grams of protein per serving. So this whole thing would be 18 grams of protein. I probably won't eat all of these beans. These also have a ton of fiber, which is great. And I'm just gonna kind of throw in some ingredients, cook it all up together, and make like a flavorful miso, butter, garlic, bean vibe. I have some nutritional yeast, some garlic, because I'm too lazy to mince garlic right now, vegan butter, lemon, miso paste. I love this, but it really is just like an umami flavor, and it enhances anything you put it in. And last but not least, just some cilantro for some greens in there. Otherwise, it's all just bean colored. I love cilantro. I also put that just kind of in anything. As far as prep, I just need to drain these and chop up my cilantro and we're ready to go. there we have it. Some garlicky herb butter beans. And I actually have some sourdough bread left over from the loaf that I made. So I thought it'd be perfect to dip my beans in. I think I take it back. I think I will eat all of these beans. But yeah, 18 grams of protein. Nice filling, fibrous breakfast. Got some carbs in there. Good start to the day. Breakfast is all dealt with. I did the dishes. And now I have a bit of prep work to do when it comes to cooking dinner. I'm really excited about this. What I have in here. I'm in the process of making seitan from scratch. Seitan is a plant-based protein. Someone asked me the other day, don't you get tired of eating tofu all the time? Meat eaters have all these options and you just have to keep having tofu over and over again every day. There are so many other great options other than tofu, and this is a great one that I'm really excited to try out. I have never had it before, and I've obviously never made it before. This is a ball of dough, essentially. It is bread flour mixed with water, and it's been submerging in a saltwater bath overnight. And that's basically it. That's what it's made out of. It is flour based, and essentially we are removing all of that starch. As far as plant-based protein options go, this is definitely the highest protein content, and it's actually super simple to make. It just takes a bit of time and prep. Basically the next step is to wash all the starch out, and the saltwater bath helped to process the gluten. But I'm basically gonna knead this under cold water until the water is not super duper cloudy. And then I'm gonna prepare a vegetable based stock, and it's gonna hang out in the stock for like 4 hours. And ultimately tonight, this is gonna be made into a pork taco. Obviously it's not real pork, but the inspiration is there. A pork-esque taco. All right, there she is. Less starchy, a lot more web-like, which is what we're looking for. And I'm just gonna let it rest here while I start preparing the stock. Alright, the seitan is doing its thing in the broth. I'm gonna whip up a very quick little lunch. I bought this cabbage like quite a while ago to make sauerkraut with, and then I never did it. So we're just gonna do cabbage tofu rice bowls. If I don't use this cabbage today, then it just won't be used. It's definitely on its last leg. Entire block of tofu. And this is just gonna go straight into the oven to crisp up. The tofu is almost done, so I'm gonna go ahead and start making like a teriyaki sauce type of deal. Really just throwing together a bunch of stuff, and I'm just gonna kind of sauce up the crispy tofu when it's out of the oven. Here is the tofu teriyaki cabbage bowl, and it's just on a bed of brown rice and quinoa high toast. I was worried I might have made the sauce a little too spicy, but it's actually perfect. I only ended up eating half of the block of tofu, so that's 17 grams of protein. And the sourdough I had with my beans this morning was actually 4 grams of protein. So that means we are sitting at 39 grams of protein so far. I'd say that's pretty good. All right, the seitan has come out of the broth. I am getting concerned. I don't know if I did this right. I took a little taste test and my fear is that it'll come out tasting like bread. And I feel like I just maybe didn't remove enough of the starch. You have to leave, girl. I'm not done. This is not done. So it might turn out better. I'm not gonna say it's gonna all work out, but it might turn out better. I think this is one of those recipes where I do have to actually follow the instructions and not just kind of wing it. We'll see. I'm gonna shred them. We're gonna fry them in some oil once they're kind of like more shredded up pieces. And then it's gonna go back in the broth to rehydrate. And then it's gonna stay in the fridge for a few hours to set, back in the pan to heat up again and serve. So there's still quite a few steps in the process. It is, you know, a firm solid piece and it should just kind of like shred up. Thinking back on what I might have done wrong, when I initially did the measurements, oh my God, just please. When I initially did the measurements, I did actually follow a recipe with that. Measured out the proper amount of flour and water. However, I did not feel like it was doing what I needed it to do. The texture just fell off, so I did add more water than what it initially said to. And at that point in the process, that did seem like the right call. And then as far as like taking out the starch and like washing it under cold water, I do think I could have just done that longer and more and just been a little more patient. I don't know, like maybe it will be fine. I also intended for these to shred apart in more like long stringy pieces, but it is more so giving nugget like pieces. I also made quite a lot. I don't think I'm gonna use all of this for tacos tonight. I just strained the broth and I noticed the sticker is still on the bell pepper. I'm just taking L's today. What's a little microplastic in your food, huh? All right, it's been rehydrated in the broth after it got fried. I don't know. Okay, we're gonna strain it. And I could technically just eat this now. It really turned out to be not that much. I thought I'd have a lot more. Yeah, I could eat this now, but going in the fridge for a few hours will really firm it up. And I'm really counting on that. I'm really hoping that does the job. I'm gonna put one piece to the side though so I can try it when it cools down, and the rest is gonna go in the fridge for now. The way it literally just tastes like fried dough. It's not bad, it literally just, it tastes like fried bread, and I don't think it's supposed to. Maybe it is supposed to. I mean, still a good source of protein, and I'm like rethinking the tacos though. I just don't think that'd be good in a taco, and I think it would need like a lot of flavoring so it can give what I want it to give. And I'm feeling like a barbecue sandwich might be a better option, just with like barbecue sauce on a bun with some pickles. I feel like I've learned a lot and I'm definitely eager to try making seitan again and strictly follow a recipe online. But yeah, for now I'm gonna enjoy my barbecue fried dough. Yummy. The kitchen is a mess. I'm annoyed. I'm cooking in the same pan that I've been using all day, but I haven't really cleaned. I'm just whipping up some corn to put on the side, because I have to have some kind of veggie. And I'm thinking maybe like some fries. And yes, I added miso to my corn. I'm obsessed, I told you I put it in everything. I'm avoiding this pan still. It's so full of oil. This is definitely the point in the day where I just get overwhelmed. I decided to go for some instant mashed potatoes because I'm also just trying to keep in mind the fact that the girls are going to be eating this dinner too, and they like corn and they like mashed potatoes. So clearly my brain was not functioning at full capacity by this point. I didn't even think about the fact that the instant potatoes would contain milk, dry milk from a cow, hence the creamy in the title, creamy potatoes. So no, I did not eat fully vegan, and that's why I say that I'm just trying, that I'm just making my best effort during this transitional period. Being fully vegan is definitely the goal, but baby steps, and it's silly mistakes like this that you learn from and you grow from. Towards dinner time, I'm definitely cooking more for everybody rather than kind of what I want in the morning and at lunch. It was supposed to be taco night. I bet everyone would have loved that. But we're improvising, like I said. We're making do with what we have. Here are the, oh my god, I almost caught on fire. Here are those seitan nuggets. They're very much just giving nugget. I don't know, some of the pieces are more like long and stringy, but then some of them are like, that's straight up just like a nugget. Not bad. That's not bad at all. It tastes a lot less doughy than it did earlier. Honestly, I feel like I probably could have done tacos and it would have been not so bad. I just had to trust the process and believe in myself. I also think maybe just the smaller pieces are more crispy and less like doughy in the middle, you know? Like let me eat a bite of this nugget. I don't really want the nugget one in my sandwich anyways. No, it's good. That's not bad at all. And I eyeballed like about 100 grams, what I think 100 grams looks like. And that is 35 grams of protein in 100 grams. Like I said, that puts us at 75 grams of protein for the day. I aim for like between 60 and 100 grams of protein in a day. 100 grams is definitely like a really good day of getting a ton of protein. But you know, I'm also not really working out at the moment. It's not like I'm lifting weights. I used to lift weights. I want to get back into it. Yeah, I think 75 grams of protein is not bad. All right, that is dinner. I put some vegan cheddar cheese on my potatoes. I have whatever didn't fit in the sandwich on the side because I really overestimated how much I'd be able to cram in that bun. And my corn, looking good. I also have a ton of pickles in here. La la dinner time! Dealt with all the dishes, and by that I mean filled them all with water to soak, because that is tomorrow's problem. The very last thing that I eat in a day, well honestly usually I have a sweet treat. Like I said, we're pretty low on groceries, no sweet treat tonight. Just this B12 vitamin, which is a vitamin that's just really important to supplement if you don't eat animal products. But yeah, that is what I ate today. Succeeded in my goal in eating fully vegan. I will say I think I was a bit lacking in fruits and vegetables today. I'm definitely finishing the day craving a bit more green. Didn't have much green. But as I've said, very low on groceries, which means I had a lot less fresh produce to work with. So I think I did as good as I can with what I had. That's all for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video, Camille.